Hey, ShawnQ here, and in this video, I want to help you manage your boundaries, manage your energy, uncover and unpack your mental health, and be able to show up as the best version of yourself. Let's jump in. Hey, ShawnQ here, and I only have a quick minute, so I really want to dive into what it's like as an entrepreneur, especially, can you see how running a business can be so stressful, provide you so much anxiety? I don't know about you, but as an entrepreneur, there have been times where I've been depressed, my mental health has tanked, and so I want to share something that's kind of near and dear to my heart, as well as my wife. If you've watched our kind of fireside chat, we talked a little bit about this. But this is our last day. The last day for you to jump into Clients with Purpose. If you have not yet had a call, we might have a call time scheduled left. If not, then you'll have to join in next time. But if you're considering joining, go ahead and jump in today. The incredible thing about today is I want to uncover, like I mentioned, like what boundaries and energy management and mental health all mean to an entrepreneur. If you are not at your best, your business will not be at its best. There is a direct connection to how much money I make, how much money you're going to make, and the health of yourself, of your emotional state, of your mental state. So we want to make sure that you are showing up as your best self and that you're okay revealing, unpacking, and uncovering all the things that may be holding you back or paralyzing you. I think it was Nilu who was taking the challenge who said, I've stopped pushing myself to my breaking point because I realized I break. When you get to your breaking point, you're broken, you're breaking. And she said it only paralyzes me and stops my forward momentum. And so I want to encourage you, if you're like in that hustle, grind state, there's nothing wrong with a good work ethic, a world-class work ethic. Managing your energy and maintaining your boundaries, though, is going to be so important, especially as a high achiever. I don't know about you, but if you like the Enneagram assessment, I love it. I am in Enneagram 3, which means I love to achieve. I'm driven by achievement. And I can achieve, and I don't take even a split second, or just a split second, to celebrate. Because my favorite two words is, what's next? Okay, let's keep going. Okay, what's next? And I have to maintain my energy by slowing myself down and celebrating. So there are a couple of things I want to encourage you to do. If you're in a place where you're feeling a ton of anxiety, ton of pressure, a ton of stress, I want to give you a couple of quick tips so that you are able to really maintain a healthy state of mind and a healthy, emotional state as well. And so if you're taking notes, go ahead and write this down. I want you to write down three words. Personal pleasure list. Kind of sounds a little bit weird, but these are the things that just bring you joy. These are the things that are pleasurable to you. For example, a couple of mine is I love reading. So reading a book gives me joy. I love tea. So making a good cup of tea, like boiling the water just perfectly, slowly pouring it into my favorite cup, dipping the tea, and like letting it seep. Sometimes we do some fancy tea and stuff, but that brings me joy. Another thing I like to do is paint with my hands. So not with paintbrushes, but like get my hands all fun and dirty and colorful and do some like finger painting. That brings me joy. Another thing I like to do is just lay in the sun and let the rays of the sun kiss my skin. And then I also love to play piano. And those things just bring me joy. And so whenever I'm feeling like, man, my joy tanks down, I go to my personal pleasure list, my personal joy list, and I choose what can I do for myself to provide me with what I need in order to show up as my best self. So I want to encourage you, write a list of things that just bring you joy. They have no like monetary or entrepreneurial thing attached to it. It's pure joy. And if you're good or bad at it, like we talked about this with me and my wife, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not the best piano player, but I like playing. And so I'm going to play because it brings me joy. I'm not the best painter, but I'm going to do it because it brings me joy. So you don't have to be good at it. You just have to enjoy it. And so make sure, number one, you're doing things that bring you joy. And you're making time for that. The second thing I would say is it's so important to create boundaries around your dream. And it's important that you protect it from those who seek your failure. In other words, if you're telling your dreams to people who don't believe in you, if you're telling your dreams to maybe family members or friends or online people, and all they're doing is saying, oh, yeah, but I'm better, or they're comparing you with other people, or they're saying, you can't do that. What, like, you should be focusing on. It's not a, it's okay to create boundaries. Boundaries say, I still care about you, right? There are family members where I say, I love you, I care about you, I'm going to be a part of your life, but this dream of mine is too important to allow somebody to come in and speak negatively about it, or to come in and, pour negative Nancy juice all over it. And so it's super fundamental for you to protect your dream and share it with those you know are going to support you, who are going to like rally behind you. Now, another thing I would say is share your vision with as many people as possible. And like that kind of sounds contradictory, right? But you know the people in your life that are negative Nancy's. The people that are closest to you oftentimes hurt the most. So you want to create boundaries there. But if you have a massive vision, for example, I was speaking with someone this morning, and like I got goosebumps listening to her because she was telling me that she was working with suicidal teens and their entire lives changed when she got a chance to coach them. And she was telling me the story where she coached this young boy. I think it was 13 or 14 years old. And she, at the end of the session, this young kid looked at her and said, do you really see good in me? And I got goosebumps when I heard that. And she was like, of course I do. And she encouraged him, she mentored him, she coached him. And he grew up, he has a family, he's no longer like suicidal or he's doing an incredible job. Her vision is to go change the lives of every teen out there who is bullied and feels alone. And that inspired me. So guess what I said immediately after? Like, I have to work with you. I need to support you. And I told her, you need to share that vision with as many people as possible, because as soon as you share your vision, the vision that inspires you, that rises inside you, that gives you goosebumps, the more often you share that, the more opportunities are going to come. And if somebody's kind of negative Nancy, but you're not very close to them, not really going to hurt, right? If I'm walking down the street and like versus say my family member's words are going to hurt more. So you want to create boundaries around those who are closest to you, but you want to share it as often as possible, because those who aren't close to you, if they're like, that's not going to work, you're like, all right, I don't even know you. You don't know me, so I don't really take your word very seriously. So share your vision as much as possible. The more you share it, the more the right people will attach themselves to you. And then a couple of practical things. Get sleep. I'm a huge proponent of team sleep. Get some sleep. If you're feeling a lot of anxiety and you're not getting a lot of sleep, well, guess what? Your body was not designed to function at 100% without sleep. So it's okay to stay up late or get up early for a season. But if that is what you've been doing consistently, and you have control over it, right? Like you're just doing like that. You're laying in bed, but you're scrolling on your phone for 3 hours, not getting to sleep. Like that is what's stopping you from feeling fulfilled and joyful in the morning when you wake up, because you're not getting those 3 hours of sleep that your body needs to feel rejuvenated. So make sure you're getting sleep. If you build $1 million business, but then you kill yourself because you're not getting sleep, you're not resting, what does it matter? So build a business and have a work ethic that also incorporates rest and sleep. And then another thing that I'm really passionate about, especially recently because I've experienced a lot of great growth here, is make sure you're eating well. Eat healthy. Now, what that means is, for me and my wife, we are doing like a low carb thing and like a no processed sugar thing. But what we've realized is, as we've cut out things that have, what we realized was those things were robbing us of energy. They were robbing us of joy. They were robbing us of the ability to serve at our best capacity, because we were feeling drained. We were feeling lazy and tired and like blah. And so watch what you're eating. If you're feeling a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, oftentimes food can create those chemicals in your brain. And once you cut that out, you're immediately going to feel like euphoric, so much more happier. And then the other thing is, what are you consuming? If all you're consuming as far as content is all about negativity, what's happening in the world, that's all destructive, and you're not also pouring into yourself love and hope and inspiration and motivation, I think it was Tony Robbins who said motivation is like a shower. You got to do it every day. And so make sure you're on a daily basis, you have a routine of consuming things that bring you joy, that remind you of the good in people and the good in yourself. The other thing is love. I talked about this earlier, but make sure you are aware of where your love tank is, and those closest to you, you let them know, hey, I'm feeling a little alone today, or hey, I'm feeling a little bit needy in this area. And if they love you, what you can do is you can communicate, this is how I need to receive love. I need some words of affirmation, or I need someone to come beside me and give me some acts of service, or give me a pat on the back because I need some physical touch today. And so communicate your needs. You have not because you ask not. And then the last thing I'm going to share when it comes to really being able to reduce the stress, especially for high achievers who have these big, massive goals, is celebrate both profit victories and non-profit victories. So profit victories are, and we do this in Clients with Purpose, is I got the $5,000 client, or the $30,000 client, or the $90,000 client, right? Those are big celebrations, awesome. But then there are non-profit victories. Those are, hey, I showed up today more confident than I've been. Or, hey, I'm more clear on what I'm supposed to be doing. Or, hey, I did some work on my offer and I feel really good about it. Those are the non-profit victories that there is a bottom line impact for sure, because somebody's going to go on your website and they're going to see stuff, or because you're more confident, you're able to sell higher. But those small progress moments, you have to celebrate them, because you have to realize you're so much further along than you were before. So let me encourage you, have a more holistic perspective of what success is. Success, there's the profit side, but there's also the non-profit side. There's the mindset side, there's the clarity side, there's the strategy side, there's the progress side, there's the momentum side, there's the feeling side. Make sure you're celebrating all of that too, because it's going to give you even more reason to say, hey, I'm on the right track and I'm doing a good job. This is our last bonus session, and it's been an honor to hop on these sessions with you, to train with you, to coach you this week. If I'm continuing with you in Clients with Purpose, I am so excited, because your life is forever going to be changed. As you do the work, you're going to land higher paying clients consistently. You're going to launch those six-figure offers. You're going to have six-figure months. You're going to do so incredible, and I'm so honored to work with you over the next 12 months. And if you were still considering, you've got about 12 hours, less than 12 hours. I think it's 11 hours to join. I'm ShawnQ, your high ticket sales coach, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.